Can you lose by following God? Can you lose by following God? I'm not talking about following people. I'm not talking about following your friends. I'm not talking about...
Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Sunday. I literally just finished a 12:30 and I feel so damn good about it. I just wanted to come on here because I really feel like I'm in a really light energy today, and I kind of wanted to share a little bit of what's been on my mind lately. I've been going through so many changes in life as of recently. Obviously, as you guys know, I didn't move to Texas, and moving to Texas honestly has changed my world upside down in the best way. As of recently, if you guys know, I have moved to Texas, and it's literally changed my world upside down in the best way possible. Lately, I've just been going through a transition phase in my life of just aligning myself with my faith, my God, and it just feels really freaking good when you know you have someone next to you who's taking care of you. And I just wanted to say that as of lately, I've just been doing a lot of like healing work with myself, and I really had to sit down and be honest with myself with what I want in my life, who I want to be, the type of person that I want to be, my personality, just everything in general. Like, I've just been thinking about everything in my life. The reason why I've filmed a lot of my life is because I've always found it very interesting to study people, study how things work, study art, study fashion, and I've just always been a curious child. And as of recently, I've been feeling like I've had to do a lot of like finding myself, healing work, going back to memories of who I wanted to be as a kid and how, you know, I've fallen short. The mistakes I've made. I was really at a place where I needed to just like balance myself and see why it is that I feel the way that I do. Oftentimes I've literally been in a space where even when I see things in front of me, I can't understand why things are happening to me, of why I have blessings in my life, of why certain things just don't go right in my life. And I've really come to terms that, you know, the world is only going to treat you the way that you treat yourself. The world is only going to beat you down if you let yourself be beat down. And I'm just in a place in my life where I'm just like not afraid anymore of just being who I am, being who God wants me to be. I am the way I am for a reason, and God made me perfect in his image. And I feel like a lot of times I forget that, and I try to look for validation from other sources, and I'm just in a place where I just want to be able to look for validation in his glory, in his name, because the world can be such a scary place. Sometimes I used to think to myself that so many things that like were going wrong or were happening to me was just so out of my control, and that I just took no part in the spaces that I've been in or the experiences that I've had. I felt like an extra to other people's thoughts, feelings, and I don't know if this is because I had my son, and I'm sure it is, because, you know, when it comes to having a baby, your life can change so much in so many different ways. And I think for me, it was just scary to know that I had the right tools to take care of my responsibilities. You know, I'm a person that I'm always on the go. I just want to get to the place where I want to be. I'm always rushing for the next step, and I don't even realize the things that I have in front of me. I think that comes from a place of not being secure. Like I'm sure I've said this before. But I actually met my parents when I was 4 years old. And if you actually think about it, the stage that my son is at right now is not a stage where I spent it with my parents, my biological parents. And that's a stage that is very necessary for a human being to have a connection with their parents. It's a stage where you're starting to develop what it means to be who you are. And it's the closest stage to just innocence. So I think the fact that it's my 28th birthday next month, and it's my son's second birthday next month as well, I think him and I are going through so many changes. I can see him just changing so much, understanding so much of his environment, learning so much, starting to speak so much. And I'm definitely starting to reflect how much it's a scary world out there. And I think I had this innocence about how scary the world could be before I had my son. And I'm starting to realize that I definitely need to have my armor up and have protection over me, because there really are some people in this world who will try to stop who you are, your destiny. Some people are so afraid of being the best version of themselves that they're afraid of seeing you be the best version of yourself, because if they have to look at you and reflect on themselves, then that means that they would have to be doing the work as well. So I want to put this out there because I had to let it out. And I just feel like a lot of the times when I keep things bottled up, I don't allow myself to grow. And that's the reason why I love just being able to connect with people who I know are going to find this video when they have to. It's starting to rain now, so I think it's time for me to start going. But I just wanted to say that I'm so thankful and I'm so grateful to be able to just connect with people that like feel me, I feel you, and just thank you so much just thank you so much. So just thank you so much to everyone who has watched my channel, is watching my channel. I'm just so grateful for every single one of you. To say that it's gotten to the point where I self-sabotage myself so much, to the point where I don't even see my blessings in front of me, the tools that I have in front of me to use to just become a better version for myself. Just the other day, I was walking to the gym and I literally realized to myself, like, wait, hold on. I know there's a pool here, but there's a pool here. And I put this on my TikTok the other day, and I had a caption saying, I have guilt over the fact that my apartment complex has a freaking pool. I come from a place where this is just not something that's commonly seen, at least for me. And sometimes I feel so afraid to admit that, to say that like I come from a place where I didn't have the best circumstances. Sometimes I feel ashamed to admit that that's just who I am, that I have flaws, but that I have room to grow. And it just feels so good to know that God is by my side, and he appreciates me for me, and he's gonna keep on improving me. And I just have to block out the noise, because life is good, life is great, and it can be even better if I just believe in who I am.